£1,000. Sisters Amy Slaton marries boyfriend Brian Lovvorn on Halloween. My happily ever after. The air in the modest Kentucky venue was thick with the scent of candy corn, pumpkin spice, and something far more potent, the palpable electricity of a metamorphosis. This was not merely a wedding. It was a grand finale and a spectacular beginning, staged on the one night of the year when masks are not just permitted, but encouraged. For Amy Slaton, the beloved star of TLC's £1,000 Sisters, her Halloween wedding to boyfriend Tony Brian Lovvorn was the ultimate shedding of a skin. The costume she chose for this transformation? A bride. On October 31st, in a ceremony that felt ripped from a modern, deeply personal fairy tale, Amy traded the scrutinizing lens of reality television and public opinion for the adoring gaze of a man who saw the woman she had fought to become. The event, aptly dubbed her Happily Ever After, was more than a romantic union. It was a defiant celebration of resilience, a testament to a journey measured not just in pounds lost, but in dreams regained. From a public struggle to a private joy, for years, viewers have invited the Slaton sisters into their living rooms, becoming unwitting witnesses to a life defined by immense physical and emotional challenges. Amy's journey, in particular, has been a roller coaster. We've seen the struggles with mobility, the complex dynamics of family codependency, the painful candidness about her health, and the grueling path toward gastric bypass surgery. Her life was an open book, with every setback and triumph documented for a world that often oscillated between cheers and cruel judgment. This wedding, however, felt different. While cameras were undoubtedly present for the TLC special, the energy radiating from the photographs and Amy's own social media announcements was one of unadulterated, personal joy. This was her day. The narrative was no longer about the struggle. It was about the prize. Brian Lovvorn, a steady and seemingly grounded presence in her recent life, represented that prize, a partner who entered her story not at its most chaotic beginning, but as a stabilizing force for its hopeful future. The choice of Halloween as a wedding date is a stroke of symbolic genius. For someone who has lived much of her adult life feeling trapped in a body that drew constant, often negative attention, what could be more liberating than claiming a day dedicated to pretending to be someone or something else? Yet, Amy didn't hide behind a monster esque or a fantastical character. She arrived as the ultimate version of her authentic self, a woman in love, committing to her future. The mask was her veil, and the costume was a bridal gown, reclaiming a narrative once dominated by hospital gowns. A celebration themed in love and lightness. The details of the wedding itself painted a picture of a woman embracing a new lightness, both literal and figurative. Gone were the themes of hardship, and their place was a whimsical, spooky, romantic aesthetic that perfectly blended her personality with the holiday. Amy's wedding dress was a stunning departure from her past. A flowing, ethereal gown replaced the fabric of her former constraints. She looked not just beautiful, but light, able to move and dance with a freedom that was once a distant dream. Her sister, Tammy, present as her matron of honor, was a powerful visual anchor to how far they have both come. Tammy's own ongoing journey, supported by an oxygen tank, but filled with evident joy for her sister, served as a poignant reminder of the shared battles they have faced. It was a sisterhood solidified not just in shared genetics, but in shared survival. The venue was decked in classic Halloween colors, black and orange, but softened with romantic lighting and floral arrangements. The guests, a mix of family and friends, many in thematic attire, added to the feeling of a joyful masquerade. It was a party, a genuine celebration, a sound far removed from the often heavier tones of the show. The laughter that echoed through the hall was not at her, but with her. My happily ever after. More than a caption. When Amy posted the news online with the caption, "My happily ever after," it resonated with a profound depth that transcends the cliché. In the lexicon of fairy tales, happily ever after implies an end, the conclusion of a story once the dragon is slain and the princess is won. But for Amy, this is not an ending. It is the beginning of a new, radically different chapter. Her Ever After is one where a doctor's appointment can be about prenatal care, not crisis management. It's a future where a walk in the park with her husband is a simple pleasure, not an impossible feat. It's the dream of motherhood, once a medical improbability, now a tangible hope on the horizon. This happily ever after is built on the foundation of mundane, beautiful normalcy that she has fought tooth and nail to achieve. Brian Lovvorn is the king of this new kingdom. He is not a knight who rescued her from a tower. He is the partner who met her at the bottom of the mountain, took her hand, and agreed to climb with her. His presence signifies a shift from a life defined by dependency to one built on mutual partnership. In a world that has often reduced Amy to her weight, he seems to see her for her heart, her humor, and her formidable spirit. A cultural beacon of body positivity and hope. The cultural significance of Amy Slaton's Halloween wedding extends far beyond the fan base of a single reality show. In a society obsessed with unrealistic body standards and curated perfection, Amy's journey is a raw, unvarnished testament to the idea that everyone deserves love, celebration, and a chance at happiness exactly as they are at every stage of their journey. Her wedding was not about having finally reached the goal weight that made her worthy of a white dress. It was about celebrating the love she found in the midst of her ongoing transformation. It sends a powerful message to anyone who has ever felt too much or not enough to be the protagonist of their own love story. Your joy is not a reward for later. It is your right now. As the clock struck midnight on Halloween, the masks would have come off for most, the spell of the night broken. But for Amy Slaton, the enchantment was just beginning. She walked away from her midnight masquerade, not as Cinderella fleeing the ball, but as a queen claiming her throne. Surrounded by the love of her family, the steadfast